So, this time next week, it's TFNation. Written a list of things I've got to take with me, all of that stuff, but I've not done a video yet, have I? I know that Dave and Emily have got their, little list of questions going round again like last year, but they're the same questions as last year, and I feel like I'd be answering them all the same as I would have done last year, so I thought I will eschew that and just, lay down some random general thoughts about the whole thing before we set off for the adventure that is TFNation. First up, me and Dorian and Dan and Adam Zero Kaiser have put together our second Araco zine for this year. After last year, the whole sort of reception we got to that was just, it was hugely positive, so of course we were going to do another one, and it's come out really rather nice, I have to say. Bit of a G2 theme because it's the 25th anniversary of that this year, and so the rest of the TFNation is generally running with that, but we thought we'd do it as well, and it's good. I saw the final proofs, all the pages that Adam had finished the other day, and yes, it's rather choice, and you'll be very much wanting to pick one up, I hope. Thanks to the sort of fundraising drive we did, we managed to get a few more quid to print up a few more than we were originally going to, so that's all very nice, and thank you very much for that. So, keep your eyes out for me if you're after one of those, and if you get one off of me particularly, rather than Dorian, not to introduce an element of competition against him, but if you come to me for one, I've done some nice postcards printed up with a bit of my art on you might like. Last year about the zine, we had a conversation with good old Dave Tree, and he was saying how, like in other conventions, Star Wars ones, just get people just making stuff and giving it all out for free. And I think some of that, I wasn't really thinking about that when I did it, but some of that has obviously gone into the back of my head, and I just felt nice to just make something up to give people, and I'm not the only person doing such a thing with postcards, so I'm quite looking forward to the idea of, getting a little collection of other people's and also putting mine in the ring and, having other people take one of mine home. Wouldn't that be nice, wouldn't it? It's just a little bit of a trip for me to have like some of my art that I've done printed on something looking all professional. It's like, that's not something that happens, that's not something real. Apart from anything else, I've not really got a lot to say. I'm not doing any cosplay this year, that's probably not a surprise. Had a cool t-shirt made up for the occasion, again that's probably not a surprise. I've not got a list of stuff I'm after, that's probably not a surprise either, because I never do really, do I? It's all well and good if you have got a list, that's great, knowing what you're going to be eagle-eyed, looking to swoop down on in the dealer room, but for me it's just like, there's something nice that I see, then that'll be nice. That's quite interesting, I will have that, thank you very much, because, I'm not eagle-eyed at all, so going in with the idea of this is exactly what I want to get and I have to make sure they've got it, and there it is, I can get it, boom, just doesn't happen, and it doesn't bother me, Something that Brad was talking about in the podcast is that it's like, friends or toys, no, you go there for the friends, it's all about your mates really, at the end of the day, it is for me. And, everything you're liking back home, that's a big part of it, it forms this kind of particular signature for that one event, because every hall is different and everyone's going to have a different one, and that's great, but at the end of the day, you don't really go there for the plastic, do you? You go there for the people. I'd be perfectly fine with not taking so much home. Of course I want to get a good few bits, because you've got to take that opportunity, haven't you? And it's like Christmas really at the end of the day. If you don't come home with a decent amount of stuff, and it feels a bit like, you've wasted the chance of getting a good few nice bits that you really wouldn't be able to until the next one rolls around next year. Because something that I've said to first time goers is that it's a bit overwhelming, you can get really excited about the whole wealth of stuff on offer in there, but at the same time you've really just got to be able to take a step back and just realise that it's the chance to get loads of stuff that you haven't been able to get in shops for years and years, It's all well and good going in there to grab the newest masterpiece thing or whatever, but at the end of the day they're going to be around online after the convention, probably a bit cheaper. I will grab some new bits if I can, to catch up with what I haven't been able to get through most of the year. But at the same time, the real way to play it is to go in and just get loads of old stuff. You've got to take that chance to get the good stuff that isn't just, possibly going to turn up in B&M about 18 months' time. Can't really think of anything in particular that I'm after this year. There's always, the good old Armada stuff. If I can find some box stuff that I haven't got, then I'll have that. I would like a regular Jetfire maybe, but I'm easy. One thing I have realised though is that I don't really want to be going home with anything vintage just for the sake of it, because I think in light of me developing a bit of a taste for the Encore reissue stuff, properly pristine, brand new, shiny, nice G1 stuff, I just don't really find I value buying actually played with, loose bit rickety, bit worn, bit faded stuff anymore. I think really this year I'd like to pick up some more stuff from the Forge, because I've never really just gone around there and devoted the same kind of attention to that space as the rest of the dealer room. And there's some lovely stuff in there, and people do some great art and crafty bits, and you know, I'm doing a bit of that myself this year, so I might as well go and pay that more attention. I think that's really something I'd like to do. With that being said, that's about it. That's about all I can really talk about. You know, I haven't really got a plan for this year. I'm just gonna enjoy myself, not get hungover this time, and just go with it, flow with it. Enjoy seeing everyone, especially some people that I'll be seeing for the first time. Year in, year out, I think we end up saying the same sort of things, so some of them are definitely worth seeing again. It's a bit like, well, it's another TFNation, isn't it? Oh yeah, Stan Bush, that's going to be a bit mental, isn't it? That's going to be a bit mental. Having a gig full of just, yeah, that's that kind of crowd of people. I have no idea what to expect from that. Is it going to be a bit of a mosh? Who knows? Are we all just going to be stood there kind of awkwardly while the music isn't really quite loud enough and he's a bit too far away and it's just a bit odd? I don't know. I've actually got one of my mates, one of my, in real life, best mates coming just to see Stan Bush, and that's going to be weird. He used to come to Auto Assembly years and years ago, way before I came to my first one. And while you won't know who he is at all, just know that this is the man that I did most of my projects at uni with. So if you see me and John with a slightly smaller guy, then just know that he's one of my mates, alright? Don't feel weird to come and say hi to this guy you've never seen before, because me and John know him better than anyone else would actually be seen there, so it's alright. Embarrass him a bit, yeah, make a bit of a scene, yeah, alright. Because he doesn't understand all this kind of thing, you know, he's not there for the toys, he reads the comics, he did have an art credit in an old Transformers Mosaic strip. Just don't load loads of nerd information onto him, because he won't be interested. And he will tell you that quite plainly. So I think all that remains is for me to infuse myself with the energy of the 90s, ready for this G2 themed weekend. I can hopefully ram into your retinas the lovely zine that we've all put together, and just generally have a good time, innit? I might be missing a couple of the Friday panels, because I'm probably not going to get any time for the small YouTubers one that Zort Rider and Tony Thrust are doing, which is a bit of a shame because I'd like to have seen that. But we'll see how we go, and I will see you there. TFNation, turn up!